I guarantee if you watch this video to the end, you will get access to all the American Express credit cards that I have, and I will walk you through exactly step-by-step process on how to apply for all the American Express credit cards and get approved all at the same time. All you have to do is watch this video all the way towards the end, and I will break it down step by step on how I got approved for all the American Express credit cards all at once with just one hard inquiry. And I'm also going to walk you through exactly each and every single card's benefits and how to use and maximize their reward system so that you can travel with business class or first class without paying a single dime for these flight tickets. The way you are applying for these credit cards is quietly holding you back. It's not a spray and pray process. It's not randomly you're applying for these credit cards and expecting to get approved. It's 2026. The banking algorithm has changed significantly. And if you are looking to apply for these American Express business credit cards, you need an exact strategy on how to get approved. Most people think that you can get approved for American Express easily with having a brand new LLC, but that's not the case. You need a strong relationships with American Express prior to having a business account set up. Plus, you need an aged entity. That means an aged corporation for you to get approved for all the business credit cards that I'm holding in my hands right now. And American Express is not about getting approved for the highest credit card. It's about getting approved for your past behavior that you have with your personal American Express credit cards. So it all starts with building a personal relationships with American Express. With that being said, applying for their personal credit cards and maxing out the approval on the personal side so that you can get approved for maximum limits on the business side. So in this video, I'm going to break down 4 simple steps that can help you get approved for all the American Express credit cards without getting declined and with just having one hard inquiry for all these credit cards. So let's start with number 1. Stop chasing status and start building foundations. A lot of people hear American Express and they start imagining gold and platinum credit cards. And I get it. The benefits are shiny and the card feels elite. But here's the thing. If you don't understand how to climb the ladder, then you won't be able to even get approved for a basic American Express credit card. Because if you don't understand the basics of getting approved, then you will never learn how to actually max out and build a stack of American Express credit cards that I'm holding in my hands. Now, keep in mind, each and every single credit card that I have with American Express, including Platinum and Plum, they all have maximum credit limits. That means I can have unlimited spending on these credit cards without getting any sort of pushbacks when I spend money. So first of all, in order for you to get approved for a personal credit card, your credit score needs to be at least 750. And you need to have at least 5 years of average credit age so that the American Express doesn't categorize you as a new credit holder. So once you optimize your personal credit, you could optimize your personal credit by adding some trade lines to your account to optimize your personal age. You can optimize your average credit history by adding some trade lines, also increasing your gross credit limit as well. And once you have optimized your personal credit, you can start building personal relationships with American Express personal credit cards. You can apply for American Express Blue Plus or American Express Platinum, or even start off with Gold card as well. Now, when you're filling out these applications for the personal credit card, you want to enter your personal stated income. So if you're a professional working at a 9-to-5 making $100,000 a year, you can go ahead and put a little bit more income stating that you might end up making more money this specific year because you're expecting a promotion or something. So you can put down $100,000 to $120,000 approximately in personal income when you're applying for personal American Express. Now keep this in mind. You don't want to put more than what you make because American Express underwriting system is extremely stringent and they might request for income proof or income verification, and we don't want to trigger additional income verification. Now, once you get approved for American Express personal credit card, you want to season your business. If your ultimate goal is to get access to business credit cards just like this. There are a lot of benefits and perks for having business credit cards that can not only help you scale your business, but also maximize on point redemption as well so that you can travel or even stay at hotels completely for free. One more thing I would recommend is when you get approved for the personal credit card, I would max out, pay off 2 times every single month. So every 15 days, I would make a partial payment I would stack up more transactions, and then I would pay off the last statement balance 3 days before it's due, so that it starts building credit. And American Express will start analyzing your repayment behavior. And based on the repayment behavior, they'll basically categorize you as a risky or a non-risky borrower. Because once you show them that you are capable of repaying the credit card 2 times a month, then they will categorize you as a less risky borrower, and they'll give you access to more credit lines. Always keep that in mind, that you want to set up an automatic minimum payment on these credit cards so that you never miss a payment on American Express. Because if you end up missing a payment with American Express, they will absolutely scrutinize you for future approvals. Because if you miss a payment with American Express, it stays on their history for 5 years, and you want to at all costs avoid missing a payment with American Express. So as soon as you get approved with American Express, first thing I need you to do is set up an automatic minimum payment so that it makes sure that you never miss a payment with American Express personal credit card. Now, you want to start maxing out your credit cards, paying it off every 15 days. And on the last cycle, you want to pay it off 3 days before the due date approaches. So let's say, for example, your due date is on the 30th, you want to pay it off on the 27th. Now that you have built a personal relationship and you are showing repayment history for at least 30 to 60 days, it is important that you start optimizing your business as well for highest approvals on the business side. If you're looking to get approved for American Express business cards, just like this is a platinum credit card. I have an unlimited limit on this credit card. I use this specific credit card for my e-commerce business and my funding business as well. This specific credit card gives me access to lounge, like Centurion Lounge and private lounges across worldwide. So let's talk about how to optimize your business for getting approved for all the American Express credit card with just one hard inquiry. Now, first of all, if you're a startup, then you need to start building your credit history. You need to start building credibility for your business from the beginning. With that being said, the things that you can do is, first of all, you can set up a Dun & Bradstreet profile, which ensures that your business is listed on Dun & Bradstreet, which is a business bureau. And for that, you also need a Dun & Bradstreet number. Once you have a Dun & Bradstreet number, you want to connect that number with your Dun & Bradstreet profile so that you can put your information, or you can share your information of your business on Dun & Bradstreet so that the lenders can take a look at when they underwrite your application for business approvals. Now, keep this in mind. American Express not only underwrites your personal profile when getting you approved for the business credit cards, but they also underwrite your business credit as well. So with that being said, they look at your paydex score, and paydex score is like a business credit which can go anywhere from 0 to 80, and it is important for you to have as close to 80 paydex score as possible for you to get juicy, bigger approvals on the business credit cards. Now, the way you can build your paydex score is by enrolling with Dun & Bradstreet Business Builder Loan. Let me walk you through exactly how it is. This specific product from DNB lets you put paydex score by paying $149 every single month, and they will report a repayment history to the paydex score to the Dun & Bradstreet Bureau so that you will have a trade line reporting on your business credit. Now, keep this in mind. You need 3 vendor reporting on your business credit for your paydex score to report. Now, Dun & Bradstreet is one of them. The second one is you want to go to nav.com. You want to go to products on nav.com and click on Nav Prime. And once the Nav Prime pops up, click on Get Nav Prime, and you want to apply for their Nav Prime business building loan that reports 3 payments every single month. That is also second trade line that reports on your business credit, that lets you report your paydex score. Now, the reason why we're doing all this is not only to get approved for American Express, which is again going to be relatively easier once we have paydex score reporting, but also to get approved for up to $1 million in business credit cards that you can utilize to scale your business or even buy a cash flowing business as well. It is important for you to report a paydex score to not only get approved for American Express, but to also get approved for all the other business credit cards. Now, I am going to make a video on each and every single banks that I've personally had success with, and now I have access to over $1 million for my business that I've used to acquire real estate properties, also get into buying businesses as well. I'm going to make a video on each and every single bank so that you can see exactly what I have done to acquire $1 million in business credit. Now that you have the paydex score reporting, it's time for you to start applying for these credit cards. Now, essentially what you want to do is you want to go to americanexpress.com and open up each and every single credit card links on different tabs. So one link for platinum credit card, one link for the gold credit card, one link for the plum credit card. If you want to apply for plum credit card, which I highly recommend if you're an e-commerce business owner, this credit card lets you carry the balance for more than 45 days. And I really love this credit card for my Amazon business because I can essentially buy the inventory. I can float the balance for more than 45 days without getting charged any type of interest. This is really helpful when you're scaling an e-commerce business because it has additional 15 days of grace period to repay the credit card. Now that you have opened up all the credit card links to the applications in different tabs, you essentially want to enter all the information for each and every single credit card, your personal information, your business information, and you want to also make sure your first and last name and your aliases matches exactly that's reporting on your credit bureau. Same thing goes for your business as well. You want to exactly match the information that's reporting on your public websites like Secretary of State or any like listyourself.net and stuff like that, just so that you don't get any type of decline or verification notification once you submit the application. Now, the third thing I forgot to mention is you want to add your NAICS code or SIC code on Dun & Bradstreet, which is a industry classification code of your business, just to make sure that your business is categorized as a low risk business. So for example, for my business, I have a consulting business. So I have put down 541611, which is general management consulting. If you are e-commerce business owner, you can put 541613, which is marketing consulting. If you're a real estate consultant or if you're a real estate investor, you can put down 541611 as a NAICS code on Dun & Bradstreet as well. Essentially, this makes sure that you are getting highest approval and also your business is categorized as lowest risk business. And when you're putting in the application, you also want to make sure that you are categorizing your business exactly that says on Dun & Bradstreet and your bank account as well, which is again management consulting. Under management consulting, you want to say administrative and general management consulting for this specific application. Some of the things to look out for is putting down conservatively optimistic personal and business revenue. As I said, if you're making $100,000 a year, it's safe to put down $120,000 in your personal income, just because you can state that you're probably going to be making a promotion, or at least you're going to see a growth in the next 6 to 7 months as well. And it is up to the borrower's discretion to put down what they want to put down on the application for their personal and business income. Again, this is not a legal advice. It is just my personal opinion. You can take this with a grain of salt. And this is just my personal opinion. You can do whatever you want. I'm just going based off of what I have seen that works. And you can follow my directions based off of my opinions. And you can take my perspective to utilize to get approved. You can utilize trial and error method to figure out what you get approved for. But all I'm saying is I'm giving you an exact blueprint on how I and my clients get approved for all the American Express cards at the same time. Once you fill out all the data points on the application, I need you to make sure that everything is matching the public records and there is absolutely no discrepancy when you submit the application. And when it's time for you to submit the application, I need you to go ahead and submit each and every single application button at the same time. So you go on gold card, you submit the button, you go on platinum, you submit, you go on plum, and you hit submit. And that way, there's going to be two outcomes. Either it's going to go pending status or it's going to get approved and you'll get an email saying that, hey, accept the card offer in your email. Or it's completely going to be declined. And you can call American Express reconsideration line, which I'm going to drop down the number and just call them and ask them for reconsideration of the application. Sometimes there might be several reasons for decline. Maybe they're not able to pull your credit reports. Maybe there's a fraud alert on your credit report. Maybe your credit is locked and they're not able to pull your credit data because it's an algorithmic approval. So sometimes it's always a best practice to call American Express and ask for reconsideration if in case you get declined. You can also apply for Blue Plus and Blue Cash card with American Express as well. Those two credit cards are 0% for 12 months, which means you can float the balance for 12 months. I recommend paying it off every single month, But if in case you're not able to pay it off, you can still float the balance for 12 months without paying any interest rates. But I would highly recommend to pay off the monthly, at least minimum payments to the credit cards to be in a good standing with American Express. Because as I said, American Express will scrutinize late payments or any type of missed payments heavily. They might even shut you down if you end up missing your payment. So I would highly recommend you at least make minimum payments if you're in case not able to pay off your business credit card. After you get approved for the credit card, I would call the American Express customer service line, and their number is 1-800-492-3344, and ask them for credit line increase. When you have a credit card, they might, depending on your credit, they'll give you a preset limit. And you can log into American Express and find out exactly what your preset limit is by going to the top corner of the American Express and checking your spending power. Now, the way you can check your spending power is by putting in the amount you are looking to spend. If you are a brand new owner of American Express business credit cards, I don't need you to put down $100,000 that you're looking to spend. I need you to put down conservative $25,000 to $50,000 and see exactly what they say. There will be two options. Either they'll decline you for that specific transaction, or they'll approve you. Okay, that means if they approve you for $50,000 spend, that means your limit is $50,000. So every time you spend your gold credit card, you can swipe up to $50,000 all at once, but you are going to be responsible to pay it off towards the end of the cycle. I would highly recommend you spend your American Express charge cards wisely, because if you end up overspending and if you're not able to pay it off on time, then it'll scrutinize you. And American Express will put some repercussions on your profile. How to maximize the reward point system. Now, all these American Express credit cards, they'll have a sign-up bonus. So, for example, right now, the gold card has about 40,000 points or $400 once you spend a specific amount. If you end up spending more than $7,500 in the next 3 months, they will give you 40,000 American Express points that you can redeem on travel, leisure, or any type of hotel experiences. And with American Express Gold, you get 4 times points on every dollar you spend on the top categories. So keep that in mind. I specifically use American Express Gold for my e-commerce business when running ads. So every time I spend $1, I get 4 points back. And every time I travel, I redeem these points on purchasing business class tickets or even for first class tickets as well. We did talk about the Plum card, which I would highly recommend applying for, because it gives you a 45-day grace period to pay off. And especially if you are an e-commerce business owner, or if you want to float the balance for more than 30 days and you want to have a grace period to pay off. Besides that, even Plum card has a lot of benefits. So I would highly recommend you apply for the Plum card if you want to take those advantages. And Platinum card gets you access to Centurion lounges and also gives you 4.5 points, like 0.5 point more than the gold card. And some of the benefits with the Platinum card is you earn up to 120,000 American Express points, and every time you spend $1, you get 4.5x points on the top categories, or $1,200 in statement credits. Now, if you want me to walk you through how I use American Express points to book first class tickets or even business class tickets, and how I use point redemption value to basically pay nothing for my flights, then go ahead and comment down below flights. I will make another separate video because it's a whole different video on its own, and I can walk you through exactly how to redeem American Express points for travel and hotels. The biggest benefit of having these American Express credit cards is not only status, but you can also start multiple ventures using American Express credit cards. You can utilize American Express cards for purchasing inventory, for running ads, even for operational expenses of your business as well. The name of the game with American Express is the more you spend, the more they'll give you access to limits. So even though if they start you with $20,000 limit in the beginning, if you show repayment history, if you show that you are capable of repaying it off on time for multiple statement cycles, they'll aggressively increase your limits. They'll go from 20,000 to 40,000 to 40,000 to 160,000 and more. I have few friends in the e-commerce space who has access to millions of dollars in credit limits with American Express because they have aggressive spending. I know this one person who has access to over $4 million in American Express spending limit because they run Google ads and they spend everything on American Express. With that being said, they can easily swipe $4 million plus they can get cashbacks. Now, for example, I know there's one influencer on Instagram. That specific influencer does Section 8s, and that person ended up buying a Rolls-Royce Cullinan for $350,000 on one swipe. American Express authorized that transaction. He got 4 points on $1. That means he walked away with more money from strategically spending on these credit cards. So just to give you perspective, let's say $350,000 times 4, that's almost about $1.2, $1.3 million, 1.3 million points in American Express. If you see it, if you redeem those points or even get a statement credit, yeah, it's like $12,000 in your bucket. Or you can use those points to travel and hotel. Now, you might have to check with American Express customer service on how to get statement credit. If you are looking to redeem those points as statement credit, highly recommend calling American Express customer service number 1-800-492-8468 to further verify exactly how you can get statement credit, because they keep changing their regulations and they keep changing their rules and terms and conditions. So if you enjoyed this video and if you have any more questions, you can reach out to me on Instagram, Mr. Fundable, and I'm happy to answer any of the questions. And if you want our assistance in getting approved for American Express credit cards and also get access to 0% business funding so that not only you can scale your existing business but also buy cash flowing business as well, which is what most of our clients are doing, then reach out to me on Instagram, Mr. Fundable. Let's have a conversation. You can have a conversation with my team or myself, and we will see you on the other side. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video. It'll help me a lot. And comment on this video whatever topics you want me to cover on the next videos. And yeah, appreciate you for tapping into this video, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.